Hi everyone, this is Md Idrush. Today we are going to discuss about what is an operating system and what are the types of the operating system. So generally we are all know operating system is an intermediate between system hardware and user. So here just you see that PPT operating system and Windows. So in the first slide, so what is an operating system? So here, the operating system general definition is it is an interface between user and computer hardware. So it will manages all the programs, uh, all the user programs by the operating system. So if you see here, the most important program that runs on your computer, it manages all other programs on the machine. So operating system itself is a program, so it will manages all the other programs. So it will load has one to run other applications or programs. So it is the first thing loaded. So whenever you switch on or start anything, operating system is the only first loaded program. So this is the basic definition of the operating system. So operating system is an interface between user and computer hardware. So next, operating system, if you look here, the basic task of the operating system, such as recognizing input. So what are the inputs you press through keyboard or mouse? So it will catch the operating system. Next, after performing, after receiving input and processing it and showing the results on the output monitor. So next, so this is the basic task of the operating system. So operating system receives the input through keyboard and processes and produces the output on the monitor screen. Next, next again another task is keeping track of files and directories on the disk. So keeping track means so what are the programs are running, how the data is stored, and in which files they are updated. So all the data is monitored by the operating system. Next, controlling of peripheral devices such as disk drivers and printers. So it will manage the printers and disk drivers, all the things. Uh, so these four are the basic operations of the operating system. Recognizing input, sending output, and next keeping track of files, and controlling peripheral other devices. Next, more than one type of operating system. So generally, there are four types based on operating system. So type of computer they control in the sort of application they support. So basically, there are four types of the different operating system. So if you look here, single user, single task. So this type manages the computer so that one user can effectively do one thing at a time. So by using the single user, single task, so we can do only one operation at a time. Next type is, so if you see here, the example is showing that mobile. So one user, single task. Next, multi-user, multitask. So allows two or more users to run programs at the same time. Some operating systems permit hundreds or even thousands of concurrent users. So like Unix. So here, multiple users, multiple tasks is supported by the Unix operating system. So next, again, another type of operating system is real-time operating system. So real-time operating systems are used to control machinery, scientific instruments, and industrial systems. So like if you see here, these are the some examples. In the picture, you can see the some real-time examples, machinery. So there is a typically very little user interface capability. So like resources are managed so that particular operation executes precisely the same every time. So this is real-time operating system. Next, coming to the single user multitasking. Here, this type of operating system most probably known as a desktop and a laptop. So Microsoft Windows, Apple Mac are both examples of the operating system that will let a single user have several programs in the operating system at the same time, like our Windows Mac operating system. So these are the four different types of the operating system. So if we come back again, so here, so if you summarize till now what we are covered. So what is an operating system? So operating system basically interface between user and the hardware. So it will receive the inputs, recognizes inputs keyboard and mouse, and it produces the output through monitor. Next, some of the basic tasks of the operating system, like keeping track of files, controlling peripheral devices, uh, and again like this input, output, keep track of files, controlling peripheral devices. Next, coming to the different types of the operating system. Here, single user, single task. So this type of operating system example is mobile. So here, one user can effectively do one thing at a time. Next, again, another type is multi-user, multitask. Allows two or more users to run program at the same time. Some operating system performs hundreds and thousands of the concurrent users. This is an example of Unix operating system. Next, real-time operating system control machinery, scientific instruments, and industrial systems. Last one is single user multitasking. So this is an example of like our desktops, personal PCs. Next, operating system manage applications. Operating system. Okay. So some of the operating system manages some applications. Here, operating system provides a software platform on top of which other application programs can run. The application programs must be written to run on the particular operating system. So your choice of operating system determines what application software you can run. Another one is besides managing hardware and software resources on the system, the operating system must manage resource and memory. So what are the resources and what is the memory available? It should be managed by the operating system only. There are the two broad tasks to be accomplished. Next, memory storage and management. So if you look at here, each process must have enough memory in which to execute. So, so each process must have enough memory to complete its execution. It can neither run into the memory space or other process, nor be run into by the another process. So if you look at here, it can neither run into the memory space of another process. So it cannot jump to the other process memory, nor be run into by another process. So same vice versa. So the different types of memory systems must be used properly so that each process can run more. So different memories you should manage, like CPU, cache. I mean memories like cache, RAM, hard disk. So here is the basic definition of cache memory. So cache means a section of a computer's memory which temporarily retains a recently accessed data in order to speed up the repeated access to the same data. So here, so if the operating system continuously using the sum of the program, then it will be loaded into the cache. So that we can easily so that the performance of the CPU will be increased because what are the things we capture, I mean we are accessing that is available in the cache memory. It provides a rapid access without having wait for systems to be loaded, systems to load. So, so if the data is already available in cache, then it will not take much more time to process because it will be already available in the cache. Next, RAM memory. So this is regarding cache memory. So here in the exam, in the diagram, if you see, here is showing the some library. So many books are there. So rather than the single person having the what are the books he required. So these are the books he regularly use. So this here, same here, regularly used the programs and regularly used the data available in the cache. So that easily he can handle. Next RAM memory. The random access memory, RAM. RAM full form is the random access memory. Is the best known form of computer memory. RAM is considered as a random access because you can access any memory cell directly if you know the row and column that intersect at the cell. So you can directly access the RAM content. The more RAM your computer has, the faster programs can function. The two main types of called DRAM and SRAM. SRAM is faster than DRAM but more expensive. So here two types of RAM, DRAM and SRAM. So SRAM is the more faster than the DRAM and expensive also. So coming to the so here operating system wake up clock. So if whenever you switch on the program, so in the RAM already predefined programs are there. So that will run first. So that means whenever you switch on, the first program is loaded. That will be loaded in the RAM. So if you see here, when you turn on the power to the PC, the first program that runs is the set of instructions. So set of instructions kept in the computer's read-only memory. So if you see here, when you turn on the power to the PC, the first program that runs set of instructions kept in the computer's read-only memory. Next, it checks to make sure everything is functioning proper. Next, it checks the CPU, memory, and the basic input-output bias for errors. After that, once successful, the software will begin activate the computer's disk drivers. It then finds the first piece of the operating system, that is bootstrap loader. So if all the things are gone correct, then it will load the bootstrap loader. So again, what is the bootstrap loader? So bootstrap loader is a small program that has a single function. So bootstrap loader is a small program that has a single function. It loads the operating system into memory and allows it to begin operation. So bootstrap loader is a small program that has a single function. It loads the operating system into memory and allows it to begin operation. Next, booting the PC. The bootstrap loader sets up the small driver programs that interface with and control the various hardware. So we set up the divisions of memory, user information, and application. So it establishes the data structures needed to the communicate between the subsystems and applications on the computer. So then it turns control of the computer over to the operating system. So if all the things are happened, then it will transfer to the operating system. So it's like when you switch on the system, then these are things have to be done. Like instructions, predefined instructions first loaded into the RAM, and then it will check the functioning of the CPU, and it will check any bias error. After that, it activate the disk drivers and find the bootstrap loader. It's a small operating loads the operating system, and again set the driver program to set up all the things. Then it will transfer the control to the operating system. So if you see that this is the some desktop image. So these are the Windows desktop. So today, as of now, we discuss these things only. So next class we will continue. So today, what we discuss about what is an operating system, next functions of the operating system, types of the operating system. So when you start the things, what are the things? I mean, what will happen? Next, memories like RAM memory, hard disk, and ROM memory. Tomorrow, I mean, next class we'll discuss more about the operating system. Thank you.